Hello and welcome back to Kryptoschnack. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. It's nice to have you all here. I hope you had a great day, and I will dive into the amazing news I found online, and we're gonna talk about the Tesla potential Gigafactory in India, and we will talk about some more news. In the background, you see the current construction of the Giga Austin in Texas in the United States. And thank you so much for Jeff Roberts, who allowed me to use his content. So credit goes to him, and you can find his link in the description, guys. So we will dive in. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. It would really help me, and I would really appreciate that. So first of all, we have really good news from Europe, because it was found out that Tesla, despite all the critics and pessimistic commentators and investors, has been able to be the most successful EV car seller in Europe for the month of September. So what they have done is they have sold in September 16,125 cars. If you consider this amount, you might think, well, where is the competition? Well, yeah, that's the point. Where is the competition? And the competition is actually pretty far away. So if we take Audi with his e-tron, which is of course not in the same price range as the Tesla Model Y we are talking about, we have to consider that. Still, we are just talking about 3,532. This is, not even just half, because the price is higher. Tesla is around 4 to 5 times selling more cars. And I will come to that number, why I find it even more astonishing in a second. The other one, the ID3 from VW, sold 8,571. So they have close to half of the cars that Tesla is selling. And now the astonishing thing that I find so, I find it so amazing about these numbers. The Audi e-tron is on the market for not only a few months. It is not the beginning of selling this car. It has been advertised aggressively. I have seen it in a lot of train stations, and I honestly must admit they have started production a bit longer ago. So you might think, well, this is the start. No, this is the current sales they have. For the ID3, I do think that the production ramp up will still continue, and of course VW will sell more cars than the 8,571 electric cars in September. Nevertheless, we have to consider that Tesla, and this makes it so astonishing, has no factory that is building cars in Europe. So what they have to do is, and what they have done in the past, they have been exporting the cars from Fremont. So if we consider the fact that they have exported 16,125 cars from Fremont without having a factory in Europe, beating all the competition. And I'm not talking about competition that has just started to sell a new car, which would be no surprise if the numbers are less. No, Tesla has managed to sell 16,000 cars without even having a construction site, or in this case they have it in Giga Berlin, but they don't have a factory working and selling cars in Europe. So this is really good for Tesla, and I honestly must admit I'm really surprised. I wouldn't have expected they could beat all the other competition, and as they even sell more cars than Audi and the VW ID3 together. So this is the first thing. I must honestly admit I don't know how many cars of that are coming from Shanghai, because we just have recently seen that Tesla is exporting cars from Shanghai. I do believe that in September they didn't do that yet. And for the exporting of cars, we are now seeing that the shipment of 7,000 Tesla Model 3 will happen. And I do think that they will do it a few more times in this this quarter, maybe even this month. So I do believe when the ship is going right now, we could see another 14 to 15,000 cars in November in Europe, just coming from Shanghai. I think they have stopped bringing cars from the United States, as the distance is much more complicated and they can produce the car much cheaper in China, so they make more money with that. So this is one thing. I'm really excited to see how many cars they will sell in the next quarter in Europe. Just a small news, but as well really nice to see. They are bringing a radio upgrade, a retrofit of the radio upgrade to the entertainment system of the Tesla Model X, S, and I think the other models will be included as well. Furthermore, they have reacted to the current 50% growth of car sales this year. They will increase the service centers and the service fleet. They have to. It is an issue we have been watching for a long time. We all know about the fact that Tesla service is still having some improvements to do. And so they are planning for 2021 with 51 new service centers. It is the same thing I have been talking about in another video about the superchargers network, that I believe that Tesla now has the money to do that, and they have to do it. There will be expectations from customers that the supercharger network will be increasing, and the service centers the same. If we look in the background and you see the Giga Austin, it is happening. This what I was expecting over a week ago, that the pace of construction is massively increasing. I do think that there will be a possibility that we can see 40 to 50,000 cars produced next year in this factory, and it seems like they will be starting with one half of the factory and then build the other half. The same they have been starting to construct the Giga Berlin. So now to the title of the video, and the great news. I do believe it's just a question of time that we will see an announcement. The Indian government, of course, has announced that there were talks with Tesla, and not only Tesla but as well Apple, to get those companies to the area of Karnataka, and this will be interesting to see how this develops, because Elon Musk has confirmed that they want to enter the Indian market, and the Indian market is so big. There's so many people living over there, over 1 billion people, and it would surprise me if they would ignore this market for much longer. Furthermore, I think the employment, the costs of producing a Tesla model over there might be even cheaper than in China already. They will definitely be able to find places where they can have a workforce that is pretty cheap, and so in this case they could increase their margins. So I do think that Elon Musk will announce that by the end of the year. I think when a government is confirming that there were talks, I think it is just a question of time till they find a deal, and then we might see maybe next year a factory starting in India. Guys, if you like my video, if you like my analysis and what I'm doing here, feel free to subscribe to my channel. It would really help me out, and a part of that, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and let's look with excitement into the future and see what will happen with a Gigafactory in Shanghai, in India, of course. Yes. I wish you all the best. Take care, guys.